Why do you think people like to create books like this one? Composition notebook, wide ruled, and when you look inside, it is simply just blank paper with lines. It's because doing research is hard. People don't want to take the time to dive in and do research. Composition notebook, wide ruled. I did a challenge here on the channel. Card up here in the right hand corner, where I actually sold a few copies of this book. This book was simple and super easy to create. The thing that sets you apart in this business when you start creating books is your research. Not just the keyword research, but what's inside the book. The research on why someone buys the book and what they actually want to write in the book that they bought from you. The cover, you can think of that as that sells the book. The interior is what people buy and keep coming back to buy. So let's dive into the research on how to create interiors for books that people actually want to buy and that will sell. Pop over to Amazon, Guitar Journal, 1 of 48 of over 2,000 results. Scroll down through here and look at some of the BSRs and some of the covers. Then, of course, you can look inside the Guitar Practice Journal. And if they are sharing some of this, you can see right here, guitar chords and keys, bari chords, I have no idea how to pronounce that. That is part of the research we'll be doing. 10 popular guitar scales, and then a practice schedule for the week. 5 minutes warm-up exercise, 5-minute chord practice, fretwork, other practice, ear training, song practice, and then a timetables here for warm-up practice, chord practice. Where do you find out this information? Go to Google. What to write in my guitar journal. The very first result. The ultimate guide to starting a music journal. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you set yourself apart. This is where you become unique. This is where you create a product, a book that people really want to buy. They will buy it. They will buy more of them, and they will recommend, and they will buy these as gifts for people, because this is the ultimate guide to starting the music journal. And you are going to go here and you are going to dive into the world of journaling as a tool where you can build awareness of your musicianship. Journaling builds musicianship in 3 ways: getting real, analysis, and planning. Writing a journal helps make us plan better. Okay, scroll down here, how to start a music journal. What is a music journal? What do I write in it? The quick answer is anything you want. The longer answer is you should write down anything you want to keep track of, but this may be different depending on what your current musical goals are. But here are some ideas. Daily practice agendas. What exercises you practice for what period of time? What's working for new techniques? What isn't? Songs that you learned. Songwriting ideas. Notes from lessons. Progress on performance pieces. Questions to ask an instructor. Things to look up on the web later. How often should I journal? Look at these pages that they give you here. Should I use a digital journal or pen and paper? I'm a big fan of pen and paper because I think there's something powerful about the tactile exchange of actually writing down the notes. Understand your audience. Understand why they would want a real book versus using an app. Here you can see the layout of an Open Studios practice journal. Keep scrolling down. You can see the journal here. Then there are advantages to digital journals. How can you look at a digital journal and compare what you're going to create in a book and make it so that it is just as appealing as the digital version? Again, that is just the first article I found. People also ask, what should be included in a music journal? How to start a music journal. This is the list from the article above. How do you keep a guitar journal? What do you write in a practice journal? Again, more ideas. Daily practice agenda. You're going to see things here that are repeated, so you're going to want to make sure that you put those in your journal as you create them. Back to Amazon, quilting journal, another example. 1 of 48 of over 1,000 results for quilting journal. Scroll down through here, get a good idea of what's being sold, and take a look inside. My quilting journal. This planner belongs to index, number, project. Quilting project number, name, pattern, source, finish size, final cost, measurements, color scheme, fabric swatch, used for, main fabric, border, backing, etc., machine settings, material, notions, to do, notes. And then take a look at this. Sketch design and details. This is just graph paper or grid paper. What do you know? Go to Google, how to keep a quilting diary. This is my list of basic items to keep in your journal. Start and finish date, pattern name, design, tutorial, fabrics, who the quilt is for or why you are making it. Is it a special occasion? Pattern changes or special techniques, block or quilt size. Picture of the final quilt. The Quilting Nook. Quilting Journal 101. Hello everyone. Today I want to share my views on keeping a quilt journal and what I include in it. I've been writing down information about my quilts almost since I started quilting. Get inside, understand the world of quilting. I think it's important to keep a quilt journal so all the information about your quilt is in one place and becomes a quilting history of what you accomplished. Understand that this is more than just about buying a book. This is about a history of their journaling so they can understand and have a history of what they have accomplished doing quilting. Understanding what quilting means to the person that's buying this book, or what quilting means to the person that's buying this book to give it as a gift to the person that does quilting. My journaling is part journal and part project planner. There's a key right there. It's part journal, it's part project planner. I know we are supposed to label our quilts with all the information about them, but are some of you like me? Sometimes you label and sometimes you don't. I do label quilts that I give away, but not always my own. So what information should you keep in a journal? This is my list of basic items to keep in your journal. Start and finish date, pattern name, fabrics. The list goes on and on. It's all right there. It's exactly what a journal should be, what it could be. Here is a real live journal. A actual person that is quilting is showing you inside of their world and what is important to them to write in their journal or their diary. Here's another real live look inside from this person's journaling, from this person's journey as they do it, and they're sharing it with you, giving you the insight you need to understand exactly what you need to put in your journaling quilt. Now let's go to Creative Fabric and see if we can get a head start on this with some done-for-you stuff or some templates that we can edit. Let's type piano, hit enter, and then scroll down and filter on KDP interiors. Piano blank music sheets, piano music manuscripts, KDP sheet music composer work, bass guitar manuscript, music sheet notes 12 staves. Some great ideas here for piano lessons to dive in the world of music and pianos. A place to start. Come back up here to graphics, scroll down to KDP interiors. Most of these are planners and agendas, and they're just basic notebook interiors, but the ideas and the concept are all the same. Take what people are creating, take your research from Amazon, take your research from Google and blogs and forums, Facebook groups, etc. Look at these interiors, take these and use them as a starting foundation to understand what an interior should look like. And then based upon your research, based upon looks inside from real people that are doing quilting, people that are into music, and people that keep journals about their journey as they get better or develop and want to keep track and understand how they are getting better as a musician. But most relevantly for us here, it's a proven tool for becoming a better musician. Understand why they are buying the journal. Understanding why the person that is buying the journal is going to give it as a gift would buy your journal or your book. And just like I said, these books are easy to create. This book is super simple and easy to create because it's just lined paper. This doesn't take much thought. These are a dime a dozen on Amazon KDP. Your book, your journal, your quilting log, your music journal, your journal for a person, a real person that is looking to keep a history, to keep a log, to get better at their craft, at their art. They are going to appreciate your book because you're going to take the time, you're going to do the research, and you're going to understand what it is they need in a book because you understand what it is they're doing and why it's so important to them. And you're going to create and craft an interior that is going to give them everything they need to keep a history and a log, to understand their journey, go back and look on it, and improve their craft and their art. And that is what this is all about, creating real books for real people. So do the research, take the time to understand that when you're inside of a niche, that there are real people that are going to buy that book, use that book, and going to appreciate the time and the effort that you put in to create that book for them. Think about this as a real long-term business. Keep doing your research, and to keep doing research, click on the video you see on the screen right now. watch that. Look forward to seeing you there, and I'll talk to you later.